Should I do this subject, or maybe that subject, or maybe this one? Screw it, I'll do them all! I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is! Yeah, you see, I work retail, and this was not the best of weeks, I'm sure you can guess. As such, I didn't have time to think of just one topic to rant about, so I decided to rant about them all. So here we go. What a surprisingly good Survivor Series. I'm honestly shocked how good it was. I thought the slapdash card that changed and rechanged up to the last minute would be a downer, but lo and behold, they pulled it off. I especially liked the last two matches. Ronda Rousey getting the bejesus beaten out of her by Charlotte, and Daniel Bryan getting the same from Brock Lesnar, but still fighting back. Of course, it was the Cruiserweight match that really stole the show, in my opinion. You know, maybe the WWE should put together more of these last-second pay-per-views, right? That being said, the only downer is that Raw swept SmackDown on the main card, and SD's only win was in the kickoff show's tag Survivor Series match. And you know, I have a conspiracy theory about that. See, the Democrats did pretty well for themselves in the last election, and the ownership of the WWE is mostly Republican. Since Raw is the red brand, the color of the Republicans, and SmackDown's the blue brand, the Dems color, the ownership, I'm thinking, decided to give Raw the overwhelming victory to send a message to the world. Just like SmackDown, blue states suck! So it's a given that Brock Lesnar actually will be at Royal Rumble. But who his opponent will be is still up in the air. We know that Braun Strowman, by virtue of his dominating performance at Survivor Series, has a date with Baron Corbin in a tables, ladders, chairs match, but his elbow is in such bad shape, thanks to Corbin and his flunkies. Will he be able to fight come the pay-per-view? And if he is, how will the match be contested? You know, I've had enough of TLC matches without something to reach for, like a title belt. You know, maybe a briefcase with two contracts. One saying Braun Strowman can face Lesnar at the Rumble. One saying that Corbin's the new general manager of Raw. Simple, right? I am a little on the fence at Daniel Bryan's latest attitude. Maybe it's because he's been a face for so long and it'll take me a while to get used to the turn. But the reasoning behind it I can grok. And saying that he had Brock Lesnar beat all the weakness out of his body? Pretty clever. Though still absolutely painful way to do it. On top of that, no more of the annoying yes chants. Hopefully the no chants from his last heel turn will stay buried as well. Only problem I have now is, does he really want to be called the new Daniel Bryan in his intros? He does know we've seen him as a heel before, right? There's nothing new about this at all. Speaking of, Charlotte going nuts was a bit of a shocker too. I mean, a cool shocker, but a shocker nonetheless. I guess she decided that if she couldn't beat Ronda Rousey, then she would have to beat Ronda Rousey. And let's face it, Rousey sort of had it coming. She's been coddled by Raw for far too long, and now she knows just how cutthroat the business can be. The sooner we get Rousey in a no DQ match, the better. As for Charlotte, I hope she turns this more aggressive attitude towards continuing her quest to become a 16-time champ like her father before her. Keep it up, Charlotte. You can match that before you're 40. They just have to throw some kind of stipulation into the Intercontinental title match between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. The animosity can't just have a regular match, not when there are plenty of tables or ladders or chairs to be had. Ambrose can only duck and dodge Rollins for so long before he gets burnt down. And let's face it, Ambrose would love the chance of hurting Rollins before taking the one thing that makes him relevant, the IC title. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns is wandering around somewhere wondering why the hell his leukemia had to respawn now, since he could have easily kept the Shield together somehow. Can we please bring Sanity back to SmackDown so that they can contend for the Bar's title? Hell, make it a triple threat tables match or something between the Bar, Sanity, and the New Day. That way it can be a 9-man battle. They are really underselling the team since they were brought up from NXT. Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane have not amounted to much so far, and that's a shame because they were an excellent team on NXT. The first War Games wouldn't have been half as interesting without their sadistic ways. Find them some competition or send them back to NXT until you do! Finally, what is the deal with the Lucha House Party? Are they Raw or are they 205 Live? I know, Cruiserweights are still technically part of the Raw roster, but still. They need to choose between showing the other Cruiserweights how it's done or trying to bring some life back to the Raw Tag Division. They can't possibly keep jumping between the two shows. They can't keep it up. They tried that with a fair number of the 205 Live crew, and it didn't pan out as well as they'd hoped. Though who knows, that Buddy Murphy-Mustafa Ali match might change their minds. Until then, pick a side, hermanos! Well, there you go. Hopefully I'll have something more specific to speak of next time. And no, I'm not speaking about Starrcade because that was really thrown at us at the last second. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. See ya.